Well, we've got Dean with us here from 904 Dad Life, who've done a song called A Little More Than Sad, which we've been playing a couple of times on the show. Good afternoon, how are you today, by the way?
I'm doing great, how are you?
I'm doing smashing, thanks. So what is the inspiration behind your song, A Little More Than Sad?
A good friend of mine, childhood friend, Kevin, he struggled with substance abuse. You know, a lot of men my age have in their 30s. You know, we kind of went through that epidemic era.
Yeah.
We really thought he had a potential of a bright future. He just got his electrician license. We thought he was, fully clean and sober. And he, unfortunately, I think he thought he could, he got a big paycheck, thought he could party. And he got fentanyl, which is what he didn't want to get, I think. Nobody ever really knows the story because the guy was completely clean for him and his family. I mean, he was being a baseball coach for his nephew, doing everything that you would think somebody that cleaning up is doing. So the song A Little More Mad Than Sad is pretty much came up with me and my wife because Kevin, we were friends since 9 years old, and we played baseball. And so we're a little more mad than we are sad because he should still be here, So and being mad is part of grieving. Yeah. And a big part of 904 Dad Life is actually a brand for me to let other men know it's okay to talk about feelings. When I get angry, I tend to cry. And most men from other generations would take that as a weakness. I take that as a very strong alpha role if you can actually show your emotions to other men and then you can break them down because I've had a lot of guys come to me, hey, that's a beautiful song, and it's like, wow, yeah, and the point behind it is it's okay to be mad, but because we're of course sad, but it just kept coming. So the title is naturally actually from my wife. Like one day I think we were driving back home. We're actually from a town called Niceville, Florida. It's a real place. There are no smiley faces on the stop sign. It's home of the largest Air Force base in the world.
Wow.
But we were coming back home and something, I don't know, Kevin got brought up and she goes, man, I'm just mad at him. And I said, I know, I am too. And that, that's the long story behind the song pretty much.
Yeah. And you've had a ghost singer do the vocals, haven't you? What made you want to do that?
So I am new to the whole songwriting myself and everything. And so when I actually wrote that song, to me, I just kind of pulled over driving and spit it into my phone's notes. I've never really, that's actually my first song written, besides like parodies. I love parodies. We need more Weird Al Alkoviches in the world these days. Yeah, it's just, the ghost singer, I don't know if I have a good voice for singing. You can never trust your wife in that aspect. They don't want to hurt your feelings all the time. Yeah. But I got very lucky with this ghostwriter, and I actually offered her the opportunity to let me put her name on it for any royalties, if anything, was to come of the song. And she will not give me her name. She has flat out told me she just loves the enjoyment of being a ghost singer. And I got very lucky finding that voice.
And 904 Dad Life is actually a broader brand, isn't it? It's not just some artist name. You've got a whole organization going on, really, haven't you?
I'm really trying to get it going, yeah. So 904 Dad Life, so 904 is actually the area code of the area we're from, but 904 has another meaning. 904 actually there's a ton of definition meanings for numbers. 904, pretty much behind it is, it's up to you to make each day different. So that I did not find out until actually I came up with the username 904 Dad Life when I became a dad 9 years ago. I didn't know all this was going to come of it. So I've been 904 Dad Life for about 9 years. I've just put it into, started making it 904 Dad Life Productions, where I would like to, take dad dreams who kind of had to stop music because I just found out how easy it really is to make a dream come true. I mean, I had this song, and I'm really not an artist, but this made me feel like I was an artist to get this ghostwriter. And I mean, look, I'm here talking with Mr. Tony right now, which is pretty cool for me. And I want my kid and other dads who kind of had to put their dreams aside to be like, you know what, let me send this guy an email. Maybe he can help me out. It doesn't take much to get a song. And if I just being lucky enough to be in the music community, loving music, going to concerts. 8 years ago, I threw the Frisbee to the Weezer drummer, by the way, here in St. Augustine, who he caught it. That went viral. So I got very lucky to meet Scott from Weezer and a lot of radio hosts in the area. So we're concert junkies. That's the thing. So I want to, I have a little music connection. My goal in life is to be a connector for people. So that's what 904 Dad Life is, to get dads to open up. It started for mental health, to get dads to open up for mental health, because, it's really about moms and everything. I really think there's just not enough attention brought to men, only because we've done that to ourselves over the years. No, we don't want to talk about it. We don't need to talk about it. We're good. We're fine. I'm personally tired of saying I'm fine. And I've got a great woman in my life who I sobered up for the first time since I was 16, 2 years ago. So all this artistry that's coming out of me is something I never knew I had. And 904 Dad Life was the start of it. It started with, okay, it's just going to be a mental health outlet. I slowly started making music. I mean, when you make music, it's production, 904 Productions. And actually before that, I actually published 2 children's books. Ooh. So I, did 904 Dad Life Publishing. So it's little things where instead of counting days of sober, I try to count achievements.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. And do you think you will do more songs under this brand name in the future?
I've got a whole album I'm ready to do right now.
Wow.
I am trying to, I'm working with multiple artists. I've got some really good songs. There's one called A Handful of Heroes that's going to be really good. And there's a couple. And I really enjoy the parodies. I think I like that, but I've got some free time right now. So I think I'm going to work on most definitely getting this album out.
Excellent. Well, in the meantime, where can we check out the current song, A Little More Mad Than Sad?
Definitely all the music outlets, iTunes, Spotify. You can go to my YouTube, 904 Dad Life. Just anywhere with 904 Dad Life, that's the user outlet. And just look for 904 Dad Life Productions as well. I'm hoping to bring a lot of dads into the future.
Yeah, for sure. Well, many thanks for joining us here on the show today. It's been great having you on.
Thank you, Tony. I really appreciate it, man.